I think Islands of Adventure got one of the most underrated entrances out of all the theme parks here in Orlando. The theming in this land is really great, and I feel like it's a great entrance to a great theme park. But what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Yes, today we are over here at Universal Orlando Resort, right now at Islands of Adventure. But today we are going to be exploring. I haven't been here in a while. We're going to be checking out what's new. I'm going to be telling you guys some updates around the parks, and we're just going to have a fun time today here at Universal Orlando Resort. You know, it really doesn't seem too busy here at the port of entry, the front of the park, but I'm assuming once I get into the other lands, it's gonna get pretty busy because spring break is coming up. It's the middle of March, so I think next week I know Disney is expected to be very, very packed, and I'm assuming the same will be here at Universal. When I come to this park, I mostly like to start by going off to the left side into Marvel Superhero Island. But right now, let's head into this U-Rest area. Let me check out this Jurassic Park roller coaster. And yes, here we can see the awesome completed Jurassic Park VelociCoaster, opening summer 2021. Since the actual track is completed, there's actually been testing on it. There's been people that have rode it for promotional pictures and stuff like that. I think what they're going to do next is they're going to be doing something to the outside of this building. I think that's what I heard. And then of course just adding more little thematic elements to that roller coaster. And like I mentioned, next week is like kind of the peak for spring break. So over at Disney, all of the park pass reservations are gone. You can't get any park pass reservations. And I think that's kind of the case with my pass for like a few weeks after that as well. So it's gonna be very, very limited as to what I can do over there at Disney. So that means I'll be coming over here to Universal a lot more often, probably. So let me know what you guys want to see over here, whether that's any little history that you want me to research about any of the two parks, or any other little cool things that you guys want me to make a video about. So we can see here, looking down the main street of the Marvel Superhero Island, this street is actually called Stan Lee Boulevard. It's dedicated to the guy really responsible for most of the Marvel characters. We can see that there is some people here, but it's not as much as I was expecting. I mean, right now, if we look over there, Dr. Doom's Fear Falls only posted at 25 minutes, and I thought it would be a little bit more busy today just because spring break is here, and this is a very, very busy time for the parks. Right now, Spider-Man's posted at a 60-minute wait, so that's a pretty long one. But I have learned that the wait times over here at Universal are very iffy. Like, there's very few times that the posted wait time is actually around what I actually wait. It's usually posted way longer than it actually is. Sometimes it's posted shorter than it actually is. Very few times is it accurate. But I understand that it's very hard to get the wait times correct, especially during right now with the pandemic and everything, and the crowd being spaced out. It's very hard to gauge the crowd. Looks like we got a couple of the superheroes meeting out here with Rogue from the X-Men and then Spider-Man. Kind of a strange combination. Then we also have Popeye and his girlfriend. I don't know her name. Looks like they are doing some sort of work here at Dudley Do-Right Ripsaw Falls. They've got everything boarded up. This is going under a refurbishment. Even on this other side over here where you could like pay money to squirt people, they even got this boarded up as well. And you can actually see the top of the ride over here. We do have the scaffolding up there. We see some construction workers doing some sort of enhancements on this ride. And before we head out of Toon Lagoon, let's head into over here, Me Ship the Olive, because we can actually get a close-up view of the Jurassic Park VelociCoaster from over here. But yeah, we've got a great view right here. Check out how high this roller coaster is gonna go. It's gonna go very, very high. Oh, and check it out, they're doing testing. That's awesome. We got some testing going on. It's my first time actually seeing this under testing. That's gonna be so much fun. Cannot wait for this roller coaster. I think this one might be better than Hagrid's just from the look of it. I don't know, that's a very hard task to beat. Hagrid's is amazing, but I don't know, I'm very, very excited. No official opening date as of yet, just summer 2020, just summer 2021 is all they've told us. But I believe when Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure did open up, I believe it was in June. So I'm guessing that they'll try to do the same thing. So maybe in June. And I just spotted this, but if we look very closely, We can see some construction workers doing some work right there, and that's one of the dinosaurs, one of the velociraptors. But we'll probably be able to see more things once we walk around the other side, so that's what we'll do right now. Looks like they are also doing some enhancements to the area around Jurassic Park River Adventure. We see the construction walls up here, but the ride is running. I just heard it. Here on the other side of the roller coaster, we can see the awesome rock work that they've done. It seems like this area right here is supposed to kind of be like you're looking at the velociraptors inside of their habitat, and I do like that cool little waterfall right there. You're gonna zoom right past it when you go on the roller coaster. Here's another awesome look at the roller coaster from a different perspective. This looks like this area right here is going to be a launch point, so we're either going to launch that way or come back this way. I'm not really too sure, but this ride looks awesome. Outside of the Jurassic Park Discovery Center, they have added some more tables and chairs for more seating for the burger dig, since there is a lot more people here than there were, so there needs to be more seats. They've added this new awesome sign, VelociCoaster Summer 2021. So is this where we're gonna enter the roller coaster down here? Yeah, I actually think this is where we might enter for the new roller coaster. We can see that they've added some velociraptor little statues, kind of one here and one over here, kind of welcoming you into this attraction. If you're wondering where the crowds are at, they're definitely here in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. This is always where the crowds are at. I checked earlier at about 1 o'clock today, and at 1 o'clock on a Thursday, all of the virtual line reservations for Hagrid's were already gone, so that should tell you guys something. And I did forget to mention this, but they do have some VelociCoaster merch already. Like you see this shirt, we got a shirt for little kids, and we've got some mugs. That's a pretty cool mug. A couple shot glasses, as well as pins, socks, and lanyards. And I like this cup right here. It says, "What could go wrong?" And it tells you some facts about the ride. 70 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds, 1G max acceleration, 4 inversions, a 90-degree bank turn. The track length is 1.436 meters, a 5 curve airtime hill, 0 to 50 in 3 seconds, 22.0 seconds upside down hang time, 53 mile per hour barrel roll, and 80-degree 140 foot drop, as well as inverted 0 gravity stall. Can't wait for this ride. Very pumped for that roller coaster. I love roller coasters, and that roller coaster reminds me of a little bit of Cheetah Hunt at Busch Gardens for some reason. I've been on that roller coaster before. Some of the like inversions over there kind of remind me of Cheetah Hunt a little bit, just from the looks of it. I don't know if the VelociCoaster will necessarily be better than Hagrid's, because Hagrid's has so many things in it. A lot of surprises. If you've never been on it, it's an awesome roller coaster, but I do think it'll be more thrilling. One thing I am interested about, however, is how they're going to do the opening for that ride, because if you remember, for Hagrid's when it opened, Universal was insane. Islands of Adventure was the craziest I've ever seen it. 10-hour wait for that ride. Universal does have a capacity that they've put on the parks. Like on certain very, very busy days, I have seen Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure both hit park capacity. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen for opening day, probably opening week for Islands of Adventure, just for the VelociCoaster. So I don't know if they're going to do like a virtual queue or something. That's what they were supposed to do for Hagrid's, but it never happened. I don't know. I don't really know what they're going to do. But whatever they do decide doing, I will try to get their opening day, and I'll try to ride the ride. Anyways, out here outside of the Hard Rock Cafe, this is the area where you used to be able to go to the Blue Man Group, which was located right over here. They performed here for many, many years, but they will not be returning over here to Universal Studios. They have performed their last show over here. The area where the Blue Man Group performed here at Universal, it's actually a pretty cool area. Back in the day, that's where the Nickelodeon studios were. So a lot of different shows like All That, Kenan and Kel, they were all filmed back over here. Now that area back there does sit vacant once again. You can actually get a good view on it whenever you go on Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Right before you're getting on the attraction, if you look over to the left, you can get a good look at the building that used to be home to the Nickelodeon studios, as well as the Blue Man Group. Something cool that Universal did announce is they announced that Mardi Gras will be extended this year. Mardi Gras International Flavors of Carnival was supposed to be from February 6th to March 28th, as we see on this sign right here. but they actually did extend it through April 11th. So that's really good for you guys who are maybe had your trips planned right after Mardi Gras was going to be finished, but hopefully now you guys will be able to experience it just a little bit longer. And the last thing I wanted to tell you guys is about the new Universal Studio store coming over here to CityWalk, and it will actually go right here in this building. This is supposed to be a new and improved version of the current Universal Studios store, which I'll show you in a second, but that's the concept artwork of it. And then here's a look at the outside of the building, all the stuff that they have done. This has been under construction for quite some time now. We really weren't sure about what it was. You can see this is actually going to be a very big store. I believe that this building used to be about 3 or 4 different stores that were all combined into this one building, but now it is being turned into the Universal Studio store. If we look this way, this is where the old Universal Studio store is currently located. So I'm guessing once they open the other one, this one will be closing. But guys, that will be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour around Universal Islands of Adventure, as well as CityWalk, kind of explaining to you what's new, what's coming. A lot of cool updates over there at Islands of Adventure. I'm very, very excited about the VelociCoaster. That was my very first time seeing the VelociCoaster under testing, so that was really cool to see. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave it a like down below, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back over here at Universal a lot more often now that Disney's so busy. And if there's anything that you guys want to see, just let me know. You can message me, leave a comment, whatever, and I will try to get around to it. Thank y'all very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.